All right, here's day 17. Gotta be honest, I think this is the best one yet. I really like this one. I came up with it when I was working on day 16. I was trying to come up with a verse, and I came up with this chord progression that was too good that I was like, no, this could be a whole song. This shouldn't be just the verse. So I ended up writing something else for the one that you heard yesterday, the one that I did 2 days ago now. I'm super behind on making these videos. I haven't been doing it. Anyways, this one's really good. It's a ballad. I think this is the first ballad that I've written in these now 17 days. I guess some other stuff could maybe count, like maybe slower. I don't know, maybe like slower indie rock. But this is a true rock ballad. I was inspired by Girl Song by Biba Doobie. Shout out to her. Great music. Love the latest record a lot. I really love it. And also an Adele song, Make You Feel My Love by Adele, inspired by that. And Hedwig and the Angry Inch, the musical. I can't remember the name of the song. I think it's like Radio something. I don't remember. But also inspired by that. Similar kind of chord progression, rock ballad vibe. Yeah. Dude, the classic Rhodes bass. I love a Rhodes bass. What was it, day 15, I think I did a Rhodes bass. Maybe it was day 14. Just did a drums Rhodes bass, but that wasn't really a ballad. That was more just a chiller. But this is a true ballad. Yeah, bro. We could talk about chords, I guess, when it comes back around here. So it's D, just a triad D, to D major 9, to D9, like D dominant 9 with the C natural, and then G6, G major 6, to a G minor 9. So nice. It's like a G minor 13 actually. And then back to D, and then the turnaround is G major to A7 to D. And then here we get into the bridge. Dude, yeah. I love this part. Like this is the kind of music that I would just drive home at night to, You know what I mean? Just a late night by myself from like Cavish from the bottom in, like I just gotta put on some emotional and heavy. It's like that was kind of cringe. Maybe I might watch that back on the video and be like, that was cringe. But that's how I feel really inside. Just the angst and the stress of the day just unleashing with a rock ballad bridge like this. If you listen to Girl Song by Biba Doobie, at least when I listen to it, I feel like it needs one of these sections. Like I'm always waiting for it to be like heavy hitting in the end, and it never is. It just stays mellow the whole time. So this is kind of my own interpretation of that, where I'm like, you know what? I am going to put the heavy section in there. I'm going to give the people what they want. Talk about that with my friend Jake a lot. Like, you just got to give the people what they want, like in terms of music. If there's a certain expectation that it's got to go somewhere, you got to go there. You just got to do it. Yeah, and then bringing out my classical piano roots by having a free kind of outro there. Yeah, dude, this one's good. It's also my sister's favorite. I played it for her before I recorded it. When I just had come up with the chord progression, I played it for her, and she's like, wow, that's really good. And for her to say that, it means it's really good. Because most of the time she's like, oh yeah, cool. But this one she was like, wow, like that's something special. And it's kind of silly too, because it's I didn't have to do anything super clever. I feel like a lot of my other ones, I'm like racking my brain, like, oh my god, what am I gonna do for the verse? What am I gonna do for the pre-chorus? How am I gonna write a bridge to this? Whereas this one, it felt kind of easy and kind of natural, and there's not too many crazy changes. It's all fairly diatonic, save for the 4 minor 4, but like, I don't know, I feel like that's kind of standard in harmonic language anyways. Like, that's not a crazy leap to go to the minor 4, the G minor. And and everything else is just in the key of D, like G major, A7. Yeah, nothing special. And then even the bridge, but it's still diatonic, B minor to E minor to A7, you know, I haven't gotten to do like crunchy guitars yet. I don't think in any of these songs I've done like, you know, heavy guitars. I feel like it's mostly been clean, or like, you know, maybe a touch on the distorted side, but nothing super heavy. So I was really happy to like get some heavy guitar sounds and play that kind of stuff, because I feel like I don't usually do it. I'm usually more in the jazz funk side where it's more clean. So it just felt very good to, you know, mess with the amp sim and find this tone. I was like, oh yeah, it slaps. And also, so I did the Dan Nigro trick of the bridge being slower. I wanted to do it again. I hadn't done it since day 3, I think, was the last time I implemented that trick, so 14 songs ago. And I was like, man, I gotta do that again. So everything else is at 72.5 BPM. I put it at 75, but it felt a little too fast, so I was like, you know, we're taking that down. 72.5, and then in the bridge, I was like, you know, with the build up, I feel like it should go faster, but I was like, we should flip that and it should go lower. It should be at 70. So it's at 70. It's kind of hard to play to, honestly. I want it to rush, but I think that's why it sounds better slow, because like you want the push, but it doesn't. It just stays in that pocket. I think that's what makes it good. Yeah, no metronome here. I just played this free. All in the same take, by the way. I wanted to do that just to be, I don't know, just to be a silly little guy. Because I feel like, you know, an Adele ballad is all, I don't know if it is, but it feels like the piano is all one take, so I wanted to do that on this one. And it's Rhodes. I played a piano sound, and I don't know, I wasn't super impressed with it. And then when I played this Rhodes sound, I was like, oh, that has to be it. Like, it made me pretty emotional just hearing the Rhodes. So, yeah, there we go. That's day 17. Gotta say this again. I gotta start adding this to my outros. SoundCloud, linked in the description with all the songs that are just the tracks. And also, if you're curious about what gear I'm using, what plugins I'm using, that's also in the description. Pretty much everything that's like, not everything, but all the stuff that I use the most. Like the stuff that I always use in every single session. Always using Addictive drums, SSL, EQ. Yeah, stuff you'll see in the description. All the good stuff like that. Okay. Thank you. Goodbye.